Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Saturday, June 3rd, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading as well. If you like to follow me consecutively, then that's wonderful. I love having you every day with me, and as you might know, if you follow me every day, I'm doing kind of a theme for the month of June and using inclusive decks for Pride Month. And yeah, so we have the Star Spinner Tarot is next up for that. One of my favorite decks because it also has fairies and it's very colorful. I'm more of a realistic art lover, but when it comes to impressionistic art, this is some of my favorite so far in the tarot world. It comes in a very nice box. There you go. Let the stars light your way. All right. And you're my sparkle of light because I'm a fairy and I sprinkle pixie dust, which is magic. And it's like between you and me, we add this light to the world. Together we can do this. So I'm going to get 3 cards and a collective message here. Of course, if you'd like a more specific message, then you're welcome to reach out to me via email and get a private reading. And I like to do like pre-recorded videos, but I can also do an unlisted live, which would be a fun way to connect with you. All right, let's see what we have. Ooh, oh, 2 cards came together, but the 10 of coins. I love it, love it. And the Ace of Wands, beautiful, beautiful. Very passionate. Sometimes it kind of gives me phallic energy, but this one is a little bit sweeter and more fairy-like, and it's like us spreading the light of the world. Ooh, look at that. 7 of Chalices. It's a really beautiful image for 7 of Chalices. 7 of Chalices sometimes, or 7 of Cups sometimes being illusions, but it can also represent beautiful choices, and this has a really lovely energy. So let's zoom on in and see what we get. 10 of Coins has a lot of significance, and to me, legacy and success and achievement and marriage and home life and family life. We have everything from the pet to the grandpa, you know, but this can symbolize a lot of things. In this deck, it kind of talks about having a satisfaction of a life well led, you know, or just satisfaction in moments and achievements. Sometimes it's important to take a look at where you've been, you know, and how far you've come. It's just definitely security. It always represents abundance, and it definitely can represent big money coming through for you, and it also can represent the family life and the happily ever after. And you may be at a position now where you're going to have some resources coming in, or you have resources and you're able to share with others or care for others or take on projects. You feel like you can take on more responsibility and you have room to invest in things, like even time to able to take time off, you know, like now you feel like, oh, I can actually take a vacation or find some leisure time and connect stronger with people in this new phase, this comfort phase where you're not worried as much about finances and things like that, you see, the 9 of Pentacles is kind of life of luxury, and I feel like 10 of Pentacles is like achieving that and then some, you know, achieving this feeling of stability, and that's going to last a long time, because the 10 of Pentacles or coins represent to me longevity. It represents the committed person sometimes too, and that it's a lifetime commitment. So it's committed, or he or she is committed for life, or the thing, the entity, or the thing that you're dealing with, either in business, health, love, whatever it is. It's a commitment. It's there, for, and you don't want to take it for granted, but it's going to always be there. I think like the good things I'm talking about, the abundance that you already have in your life. So in comes a spark, some kind of excitement. So we have the stability, and maybe you just got a recent influx of money or something, and now you're like, ooh, like, what am I going to do with it? What can I do? And you've always had the creativity, and now you have one of the tools. This kind of reminds me of the magician, and now he picked up his wand, and he's like, I've got the wand now. What am I going to do with this wand? It's going to lead to big things. You thought you're already somewhere big, but now you're going to even grow more and do. It's I'm so silly, but I play this little game, a Harry Potter game, and there is a spell called Geminio. And it's funny, there's a segment where be careful not to confuse it with Gemino. With Gemino is like some kind of curse. Geminio is like germinating. It's like, so what you do is you make one thing, like a potted plant. In this case, it was a potted plant, a beautiful potted plant, but I needed many of them for a party. So I had to learn the spell Geminio to multiply this one beautiful potted plant and create many of them. And that's what I'm getting here. It's like you're getting you've created a lot, but it's like maybe you've got some amazing investment. So you have an investment that kind of turned over, and you won a lot, and now you're placing some of that, and you're going to triple it or quadruple it. I don't know. You're really going to multiply. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of a star. So maybe you're going to make 5 times the value, and maybe even 7 times the value. So the Ace of Wands is all about the magic is right there in your hands. Something that you're doing that you are in control of with your magic. You are the sparkle of lights, and you have the pixie dust, and all you have to do is wave your wand and create more of what you already have, and the abundance is just growing. So it may be one of those things that I'm not saying it's temporary, because I feel like this thing right here is permanent and it's forever. But those moments of inspiration, or those moments of like a miracle on top of stability, are kind of like pockets and windows of opportunity. So today could be this window of opportunity, or this could be a clue that that's coming up, but there's going to be a special period of time or pocket or window. And maybe check out your astrology chart to see like when things are lined up really good for you, and try to coordinate it with that. That might help you. But you're going to have that special little moment where something that you do will like triple, quadruple, quintuple your efforts, what you've already done. So it's quite exciting, and just basically more opportunities coming your way. So if you feel like not so much is happening now, but you feel happy and content with where you are, but maybe things are not, you're not growing too much, or you're not getting the money that you want, or that, you're not maybe doing some of the things that you want to do. This is this moment where everything pops into place, and you can have whatever you want. The 7 of chalices is choices. It's like you can have your cake and eat it too, feels like to me. Sometimes it represents wishes and wishes coming true, and on the negative end, it's wishful thinking. But so you have to get that's why sometimes this moment is fleeting, because this other thought rolls in, and you talk, sometimes you talk yourself out of it, or the shadow side comes through and says, oh, you're just wishful thinking, whatever. And you just got to drop that idea, because there's so much power in your mind, in the way you manifest. Look how much you've done so far, right? So you can do it, and there's going to be a specific moment where it's more powerful than it usually is. Don't let this, like, any doubts come in. And it feels like to me that she's overcome her doubts, and now it's almost like, whoo, fertility, abundance, just like a big flow, a big burst of kind of like this magic burst. You've got fishes around you. And fishes represent fertility, but also in the Lenormand, fishes represent money and material and financial success. So this is kind of interesting. There's a sense of being practical here, like feeling like, oh dang, should I be more practical? And do I need to be careful about my decisions? And yeah, I think so, but I feel like if you stick with your intuition, you'll know the difference. And you can't, like, oh, there's a saying, this, I don't know if it has to do with this, but don't let the perfect, why am I saying this? Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Okay, so sometimes illusions can get in the way of your current contentment. Sometimes your self-doubts and your self-talk can get in the way of your ability to manifest more. So you have to kind of really fine-tune and get into your true sense and true source. You'll know the difference. Really, you really will. Like if you just say, I'm going to win the lottery and I'm going to have $3 million so I can go out and buy a car. And that's kind of what it sounds like people are saying when they tell you that you have it, act as if and everything. But that's not quite the same thing. There's a bit of practicality and sensibility that has to be incorporated within your manifesting and wishing. And it's not just a wish, because a wish is almost like hope, which is kind of got the little sliver of doubt. The true manifesting is the knowing. It's just right there. You know it. You don't have to doubt it. And then when you feel that, then you know. Then it'll appear. Then it'll be yours. And it'll be like you didn't even have to. It wasn't even a process almost. It was just there. It was just there. It's a skill you may be fine-tuning today, or maybe something that you're still tuning into. But I just feel overall it's quite a beautiful journey, and it feels fun because you maintain the stability throughout it all. You're not going to lose anything by taking this kind of fun, fanciful journey trying that you take to make more abundance in your life. If that makes any sense at all. I just think this is interesting. It's a lot of people get caught in this, like, this feels so good. And sometimes it's like when a miracle happens, you're like, this is just too good to be true. Like, don't do that. Don't do the just too good to be true. It is true. If it's there, if you really feel it, like, yes, it's true. If you feel the niggle and there's a little voice inside, it could be doubt, and your doubt that you don't need, but it could be a true sign. So there you go again. It's like, what do I do in this moment? And it's trusting your gut. Your gut has neurons too, and your gut has thinking abilities. Your gut can know things just like your mind and your intuition. So don't get stuck into just your mind, just logic. Don't get just stuck in logic. And intuition is wonderful, but maybe your intuition needs like the buddy, the sidekick of your gut feeling as well. You got that dynamic duo going there, then I think you can be very sure in whatever decisions that you make. But with the wands here, definitely I think you're going to be making magic. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.